I'm about to give you a tutorial, a step-by-step guide on how to fail with any language learning goals you may have in this upcoming year. I was inspired by better ideas on how to ruin my life in the best possible way, and now I'll apply that mindset to language learning as well. 1. Do not set any type of goal for yourself, whether it's a particular level you want to achieve in terms of B1, B2, etc., whether it's being able to read a book, being able to understand what's happening in a show, a movie, or a YouTube video even, whether it is about being able to have a conversation with someone. Do not set any goal for yourself, so you have nothing to strive for. And then you are already heading in the right direction. Because if you don't know what you want to do with a language, you're going to forget about it pretty quickly. Secondly, do not track in any way. It's a way for people to determine whether they are making tangible progress towards a goal, which you wouldn't have set in the first place anyways. And you don't want that. It helps you better estimate whether you are doing anything with your language. It reminds you of your desire to do something about it. So just stay away. Tools that people tend to use when doing this, such as bullet journaling, a habit tracker like Habitica, toggle tracker for being able to track exactly the time you spent, or even a sticky note on the wall. Just stay away from all of it. You don't want to know. And if you don't know, you're more likely to either underestimate or overestimate what you've done. It gives you a warped sense of where you should be, which further demotivates you from starting or continuing. So just stay away. Thirdly, do not schedule anything in. Whether you use a calendar or not, in any way, shape, or form, it just reminds you that this is something that you want to be doing. And that's not what we're going for. Blocking it into your calendar is a way of you reminding yourself that this is important to you and this is something you would like to work on. Because here, when you were planning out your week or your day, you actually set aside time to work on it. Don't do that. Because whether you actually work on it or not, it reminds you that this is something that you set for yourself, that this is something that you'd like to work on. But that's not what you want. You want as few reminders as possible that once upon a time, you wanted to learn a language. So there you go. Do not block it in. Before you know it, a few months will have passed and you'll only be reminded of it if you see a random YouTube video of someone who was learning the same language. Fourthly, do not break down your goal, making it 1, more manageable, and 2, time-bound. Time is an illusion. It's a construct we humans have made. We do not need to abide by it, basically. And when it comes to learning languages, it's something we want to ignore. We are hopeful in the beginning of the year that we are going to make a lot of progress by the end of the year by making these goals clear, manageable, doable within short time frames so that you can constantly reflect on whether you're doing them or not and what you should do to keep moving forward towards your goal. No, we want to wake up at the end of the year, be reminded of that list we made at the beginning and be like, no. We want to wake up at the end of this year having completely forgotten what goals we'd set for ourselves, having broken them down into pieces and determining by when we would like to do what, and then reflecting on that as well. The likelihood then that we'll end up at the end of the year having failed language learning is lower, but we don't want that. That's not what this video is about. 5, do not have any type of accountability system. Accountability would be the worst thing to happen to your plan to fail at learning a language. Whether it's a sticky note on the wall reminding you that this is something that you wanted to do, whether it's a weekly, monthly, quarterly, 6-monthly reflection of how far you've gotten, whether it's a friend you can talk about who may have similar goals or something else they're working on, or whether it's an online community with similar goals who cheers each other on. I say no. Stay away from all of that. That would just remind you that this is something you wanted to work on, and that is not what we want. Instead, set the idea of, oh, I would like to do this at some point at the beginning of the year or whenever you're watching this video, and then slowly just let it fade out of your memory as life happens. Because life will happen. And before you know it, the year is over and you're only reminded about these goals or these intentions, vague intentions you may have had once upon a time, because you're setting them probably again for the new year ahead. Thank you for watching. A lot of what I said in this video is based on my own experience. I have a tendency to want to learn a lot, and I have a tendency of wanting to do it all at the same time, which tends to be counterproductive because I don't make a very in-depth plan of action when it comes to any individual language or anything that I would like to tangibly achieve. What things do you have that would lead to someone failing to learn a language in the upcoming year? What things have you done? Thank you for watching.